today we're going to make waffles. First thing you need to do, okay, before anything, make yourself a cup of tea. Oh, that's nice. Okay. I think my recipe is in here somewhere, hopefully. Oh. Waffles. No. Okay. I think it's in here. Yep. Jamie Oliver's waffles. So first thing we need is self-raising flour, 150 grams. I have this prepared here, so we are going to dump it into our nice big mixing bowl. Now we need 1 teaspoon baking powder. Good. Let me grab a teaspoon. Okay. Now, how do you do a level teaspoon? Let's see. Because I don't want to put too much in, because then it will end up tasting like baking powder. Right, so that's it. So our dry ingredients, all we need to do is mix them together with a spoon. Simple as. Okay. Now add 1 egg. Okay, so egg goes in. Spoon out. Only whisk the egg. Alright, that ought to do it. Now, milk. I have prepared here 240 millilitres of milk. It's asked to add that slowly, okay? So we'll do it a little bit of time. At this point, I'm glad that we have a really big bowl because it will probably be splashing out when we mix it. Okay. I think with this you don't need to worry about over mixing it. Right, now last thing is vanilla extract. I asked for just a few drops, so just 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. I'm sure that'll do. And just whisk that in. And that is it. So I forgot to add a teaspoon of sugar, and I should have done this with the dry ingredients. Okay, and that ought to do it. the mix rest for at least 5 minutes. It thickens it up. I believe that's the reason they tell you to do that. So we're going to pour it in a jug, just so it's easier to pour it into our waffle maker, okay? Probably going to need a spoon to get the rest of that out. There we go. So we switch our waffle iron on. This one is got a red for when it's on and then green for when it's ready, and you can put your waffles on. Now because we're doing more than one waffle and we want to keep our waffles warm and eat at the same time, I'm going to turn the oven on. So I'm going to turn the grill on, okay, and put it at sort of medium temperature. And I've got this prepared, and we're going to put one ready-made waffle on there, and we're going to keep it warm in the oven. Okay, so our waffle maker is ready. It says green next to where it says ready. Okay, so open it up. Oh, it's steamy already. Now, first thing you want to do is get your fry light, or any spray oil, obviously. And I just do one at the top, one at the bottom. I didn't do very well at the top, let's try again. Alright. And you want to pour it in fairly slowly because you don't want to go overboard, alright? And you want to do it so it's entirely covered. You don't really want to see anything poking out. Well, almost, because there is a chance of spillage when you turn it over as well. Okay. Might be slightly a bit too much, but I find it's better too much because it will come out of the sides. Alright, better too much than too little, because when you have too little, it's not going to be an even waffle. It's not going to look very good. Alright, so I've turned it over. I'm going to set my alarm for 2.5 minutes. After 2.5 minutes, I'll check it. It usually is done by then. It's a good time to take it out. Alright, just checking. With this one, you want to hold it like that. I don't know if it's the same for others. This is a good quality one. I'm just holding it level because otherwise it will be a bit slanted. Alright, so the reason we have a waffle maker. I've never really been into waffles before. We went to America last year, went to New York, Darren and I, and in our hotel for breakfast they had a waffle maker in the breakfast room. So we got to make our own waffles, and it was honestly the most fun thing to start off the holiday. So when we got back, Darren, remembering that I was so excited about it, bought me my own one, and we use it at least once a week, and I love them. They come out really well. We used to use Aunt Jemima's. We have some up here. Because we wanted the same authentic American tasting at waffles. We don't know what they used in our hotel, but it was in a bigger vat, and you just you'd pull a lever and you'd fill up a cup, a little paper cup, then you'd pour it in this big industrial waffle maker. We've got about 51 seconds. You see the steam coming out? I've read before that when the steam's going to come out, okay, so there's nothing to worry about. I've read that when the steam coming out lessens is when it's pretty much ready. But I go by my timer. It's usually pretty accurate. You can smell it. It's funny because we've also used Aunt Bessie's mix. We've used Aunt Bessie's, we've used Aunt Jemima's, and actually using this homemade it's come out just as good as them. So do it yourself. 3 seconds, and we'll turn it over and check it. There's my alarm gone off. Just like so, okay. So you're back the way round we started. To me that looks good. You want it a little bit burnt. Now that looks like it's going to come out of there quite easily, and if it does, then you're good to go. So, I usually need 2 of these because you want to get a good grasp. Now, whoops, that has never happened before. Okay, yeah, that's coming out fine. So we're going to put this one on our baking tray. Okay, we're going to keep this warm while the other one is cooking. On a lowish temperature, you don't really want to cook it any more than you have. Now it still says ready on here. Don't know if it really matters whether it still says ready on there or not, it just seems to go off and on, you know, as it likes. So, same again. Sprayed a bit better that time. Like I said before, there's no harm in putting a little extra on if you've got a little extra left over, because it makes for a fuller pattern. And I do actually prefer to leave it for a few seconds before I turn it, because I don't know, maybe it's a little more stable in there. That's my theory anyway. So we'll turn it. We set our alarm for 2.5 minutes again. Plates to serve them on that Darren bought for me. I won't waffle on about it. So here are our waffles, nice and both still warm. And they're ready. Really good. I ain't lying.